Well, I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you like good jokes because I love doing stand-up comedy. I don't want a real job, you have to go to work. And I don't think I could come up with 3 personal references anyhow. Besides that, getting up before 8 a.m. is highly overrated in my book, folks. Remember, it's the early worm that gets eaten by the bird. I know, because I used to get up early. I used to have a job. I used to be in radio before I did this. Notice the pear-shaped radio tones. All pieces sold separately, some assembly required. But I had to get out of radio because I don't sound like I look, and I got tired of people walking up to me going, you know, you don't look like you sound. And I'd be standing there thinking, well, you do. So I got beat up and fired a lot. And I ditched that idea and I got into this comedy business. Not that comedy's not an honest job, you know, you have to work as a comedian, you have to work on your jokes because they don't always work at first. But then again, you got to work on everything in life. Why, heck, I figure even the guy who invented the parachute had to push people out going, you count to 13, you count to 12, you count to 11. And the guy that had the number 10 came back and he said, that's the one we're looking for right there. Because sometimes people don't get my jokes. Like sometimes I dial 0 on the telephone and I say, operator, I'm having trouble with this line. Hey baby, what's a nice girl like you doing in that place like that? Wait, I have more. I pulled up to this fast food restaurant one time. I was just sitting in line, you know, and that girl came on that speaker all of a sudden and she said, that'll be $1.35. You want to drive around? And I said, no. I said, how long is this going to take anyhow? If you want to drive around, I wouldn't have come in here. I said, we can sit in the parking lot and talk for a while if you want to. But at $3.50 a gallon, I ain't wasting my gas on no bait from Burger King. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to buy a bullhorn someday and drive down through a residential area going, there is no need to panic. Stay in your homes and do not be alarmed. And I like to go to the grocery store and put stuff in other people's baskets when they're not there. Which is good, you got to try it. They pay money for it half the time. There's people at home going, what the hell is this stuff in? There's 3 cans of chicken lips in here. I don't mind chicken. I mean, it's a good deal on chicken lips, but I don't mind chicken lips. That's like comedy helper there, folks. You don't even need a punchline. You got a joke. It's got chicken lips in it. Because I threw the chicken lips in to make the joke a little funnier. But the joke is the first joke I think I ever came up with, screwing around at the grocery store. Because when I was a kid, I was raised on a cotton farm out in the middle of West Texas. I used to love to go to the grocery store because the grocery store is in town. My mom hated taking me to the grocery store because my mom couldn't touch me in a grocery store. I knew that. And she knew that. Instead, my mom used to tell me to get in the car. My mom didn't move her lips when she said that. My mom used to say, just get in the car. And I'd be standing there going, I don't want to get in the car. And she'd say, get in the car before I kill you. And I'd say, okay. Out of here. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in my car when I was a kid. I figured up one time I spent 3 weeks out of my life in the back seat of that car. Wouldn't leave the dog in the car. It's too hot to leave the dog in the car. Wouldn't leave a record in the car. It might warp. You leave a record in the car. Not me, pal. My butt was in the back of that Buick every week, sitting there. One time when I was about 5 years old, I remember sitting in that car one day thinking, you know, when my mom gets old and I have to take care of her, I'm taking her to the grocery store. Sit in the car. But I don't. I just make fun of her in my act instead. Much more humane, don't you think? Plus, I'm not sure I can take the old gal yet.